Well, good morning. I thought you'd like to join me in my prayer walk again. I'm here in Staffordshire, in the beautiful former kingdom, Saxon kingdom of Mercia. Its ancient capital of Stone is a roundabout or a 4-mile walk just down the road there. As you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful place to be. It's quite idyllic to walk around here. It looks as though there's nobody here. It looks as though there's hardly anybody been here, and yet the very path that I'm walking on is an ancient walkway. It's an old path. Shall I build on that? Maybe I will. The important thing is to look over there. I don't know if you can see in the far distance there, just below the distant tree line, is the M6. The M6 is a major corridor of transport for this area from the south to the north. It's a motorway of madness. I hate being upon it. Just below that is the main train route from London and up to the north there, and that's an exceptionally busy route. Many trains on there, almost every other minute it seems. I exaggerate just a little bit, but there's a lot of trains there. Just below that, you can't see it from here, but just below that is the Trent and Mersey Canal, 1777 or 1776, I believe it was constructed and complete, and again a great transport system through this vale. So there you've got the M6 in the distance, you've got the main train line in the distance, and then you've got the Trent and Mersey Canal just at the bottom of the valley there. You can probably see, maybe not, that there is also an awful lot of electricity pylons running through the area and beneath the ground from the gas pumping station, main gas route as well. But this pathway that I'm walking on here has been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Certainly, in the past, Saxons, Vikings, no doubt Angles, all walked along this ancient thoroughfare. It was in fact owned by some guys who, at the end of the Second World War, as an offering to God for his deliverance, thankfulness to him, actually gave this beautiful valley, this beautiful vale, for the enjoyment of the people. Indeed, just about a mile down the road there's a plaque celebrating that fact that this has been given to God as an act of thankfulness for his deliverance from the Nazis during World War II. One of the things that we've got problems with, I've got problems with, I'm conscious that I've got problems with it as well, and that is an ability to see correctly. I suppose you could call it a disability of perception. Remember the great prophets in the Old Testament, that they saw things that other people could not see. Gehazi, worried when he was surrounded by the armies of the enemy, cried out to his master, who then prayed, "Lord, open his eyes." And when his eyes were opened, he could see chariots of fire all about them. When Elijah was getting ready to be transported to heaven, it would appear that the schools of the prophet, or rather the school of the prophets, all seemed to know that this event was going to happen. They had information. They had access to a heavenly notice board that this event was going to occur. So they had a perception that we don't have. Remember the martyr Stephen, as recorded in the book of Acts there, just before he went to be with Christ, saw an open heaven and Jesus standing at the right hand of the Majesty on high, the right hand of God standing to meet him. There was a real open heaven. So my point is this, that there is obviously, and quantum scientists have now confirmed this, that there is obviously much more beyond our physical perception. I thank God for my senses, smell in particular. I lost my sense of smell a few years ago and I felt quite bereaved, so I'm very thankful to have it back. But so I'm thankful for my senses, but I don't want to be deceived by my senses. I want to enjoy my senses as it interacts with this world in which God has put me, but I don't want to be deceived by them. I don't want to miss out on the true realities that my physical senses may well be cloaking. So, how do I get past that? Is it by acts of sacrifice? Is it by acts of ceremony? Is it by some kind of strange malady that affects the brain? Is it by drug use that would take me into the perceptions of different dimensions, whether internal or external? Well, it's obvious that there's all experiences that have been recorded by folks who have tried that route to actually have the eyes of their understanding opened, the eyes of their spirit opened, but I don't think it's that. I know it's not that. I think it's a case of asking, expecting, and being aware, and then testing the things that you see, asking for confirmation, asking, expecting, and being aware of what's going on. Surely this perceiving of things beyond the physical realm is a gift of God to those who like to receive it. I think it is. I wonder if He will give it to us if we're not ready. I wonder if there's a time of testing that says, do you really want this? I wonder if we get it, if like Gehazi, we might be even more frightened. I don't know. But I am convinced of this. To gain perception, the eyes of our understanding might be opened, is to see that which is invisible. And this is a gift of God worth asking for. Now may the Lord richly bless you on this very beautiful day as I prayerfully enjoy